Tonight, we want to alert you to a potential scam targeting the elderly and their sense of security. The call comes in as a pitch to send out a free medical alarm system, but turns suspicious when the caller asks for personal information and credit card numbers. 24-hour News 8's Leon Hendricks is live with what we need to watch out for. Leon?
Susan, good evening. One article calls it a case of scumbaggery, their word there. Call comes in as a robocall, sounds a lot like a real person, and it tells the person that answers the phone that their loved one recommended them for a free piece of equipment. The folks here at Elders Helpers aren't waiting to find out what happens from these calls. They already raise enough red flags that something just isn't right.
They stressed a number of times that it was going to be free.
Their representatives have been getting questions from the elderly after they received the suspicious calls. And for at least one person, her concerns didn't peak until after she'd already given out her personal information and her credit card numbers. One of the calls actually came to the cell phone of an employee here.
They said they had received my name because probably from a friend or a relative who had fallen, and they thought I would need this particular service as well.
This particular call has somehow targeted the older population and starts out with a lie, implying that a loved one recommended this system, a button that would call emergency responders should something bad happen. But the Medical Alarm Monitoring Association that represents this type of industry hasn't heard of the unnamed company making these calls. The number originates from a 313 area code, a Detroit number. But when you call it back, it's a busy line. The Better Business Bureau in Detroit is keenly aware of all this, putting out a strongly worded message about the calls on its website. It reads in part, "The scumbaggery against seniors has reached a super low point with this con job. Elders Helpers say, watch out."
The caveat is to just be so cautious and not give out any personal information.
Yeah, can never really be too careful with this stuff. The key is when someone calls, the experts say, don't give your personal and credit card information out to someone who calls you. And also, always keep in mind, something that's supposed to be free shouldn't require your credit card information. Reporting live in Grand Rapids, Leon Hendricks, 24-hour News 8.